Hello Leo, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and also welcome to those of you who have come across my video or this video on Facebook as well. So I want to quickly say, do my usual spiel, because there are people that come across this video that are new to it. So it's I just like to remind everybody as well, and to say thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and or followed me on my Facebook page as well and or liked it. So thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate your support in that. And also, on saying that, I would just like to invite those of you who haven't subscribed to do that now, or at the end of the video. So, and it just allows you to be able to, of course, if you like what I do, then to be, well, not so much notified, but it will come up and let you know when I've got my next video that's up and loaded and for you, ready and waiting for you to listen to or to watch as well. But there is some other content that I am that I am creating as well. So on both platforms. So I encourage, I put it out there and encourage everybody to, to go on both social media platforms, so they can keep up to date with what I'm doing. That'd be awesome. So the other thing is, I just want to remind everybody that these are general reads. So the messages that come through with these readings, they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, wonderful. If they don't, then you may need to check out one of the other videos, and maybe one of from somebody else. Or I do encourage you maybe to check out what your other signs are, so you can get a more comprehensive overview or read from the messages that have come through, and it might make more sense. So, and what do I mean by that? So this reading is for those of you who are watching for for Leo in either of your sun, moon, rising or Venus signs. So if you don't know what your other signs are, there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website that has a free calculator in it, and all you've got to do is just add in your details, type in your details, your birthday details, and if you do have your birth time as well, type in that so as well. But you don't have to have that. Okay, a lot of people don't know I don't know what my birth time is either, but you get a very good report just with the birth date, so don't stress. So anyway, Leo, and I also just want to say, let you know that I am available to take bookings for readings and or healing energy. So wherever you are in the world, we can do it online, whether it is a healing or a reading. Okay, so, and even like energy or property clearing as well. So yeah, make contact when you feel ready to. Okay, anyway, so I think that's all I need to chit chat with you about before we start the reading. Oh, okay. The tarot deck is what I'm doing. My trusty tarot deck is what I'm using today, and also the Sacred Earth Oracle deck. So, well, there has been a lot of energy around that's shifting and changing, and we are like coming into a new moon phase. Like tomorrow is here in New Zealand. It's the 19th of August at 2:41 p.m. On the website that I've been looking at. So it's peak time, and we're going to start off with this. So just you're maybe feeling like this last couple of weeks that more so that you are releasing some things in order to prepare for this new moon phase, for the new stuff that's coming up for you, so it doesn't get in the way, and of the new wave of inspiration that you're going to be going through or moving through. So here we have, first of all, the Queen of Pentacles, and with love of luxury. Interesting, I took notice of it because it was like that way. So it's either in reverse or up the right way. But for me, when it landed there, I don't know. I don't normally take too much notice of that. So or don't really like look at that as being a sign. But this one here, I've looked at it, and so something is on the side. Okay, something is maybe not, it's not in reverse, but it's not, and it's not there yet, and like sitting upright in that way. It's maybe on the side. So something is moving, is like what I feel like Spirit is saying, into the space of where the Queen of Pentacles is. So the Queen of Pentacles, she talks about a love of luxury with her on that card, with her energy, and she does love that, but she works for it. She works hard for it, and she works cleverly for it, and she's also happy to help others do the same. Okay, not do the work for them, but help others do the same. So, but I do feel like there's some of you that are in that position, that some of you are working towards that position of that Queen of Pentacles, and for you Leo, so they're just talking about getting into action, basically, is where I'm feeling with that one. Okay. Getting into action, getting moving, taking some, getting some of that beautiful, amazing energy that you have behind you, like the Wands energy. Okay, so it could be that I'm also hearing for some of you, there may be a Queen, Queen of Pentacles, or a female energy that's in your life that may be able, that maybe there is that is showing you the way, okay, and is helping you out in some way for some of you, and it's like, yeah, okay, cool. Because then we have the Star with hope and inspiration. So something is moving into, like, today is the 18th, Tuesday the 18th of August. So Wednesday, tomorrow, comes into the full moon. So there's something that, you know, the universe or the moon energy is bringing you, is like that glimmer of hope that you may have, like, for some of you, I'm saying glimmer because it is like a glimmer. You're looking and you're feeling for that glimmer of hope, of that things are going in the right direction for you. So there's some sort of movement where, yes, there is something moving for you, but they're asking you to stay in that space, okay, with the Star card. So maybe you're not seeing that, or you've hopped out of that. So there's more, yeah, because look, here we go, unfounded fears. And with the Ten of Swords, okay, there's something comes, or Nine of Swords, so something is coming to an end of a cycle where you're maybe thinking more, you're more moving out of that and realizing that actually, if I stay in this space, things aren't working. So, and it is all in my head. So there's this, and because they're talking about something about the future for some of you as well. It's like you've gone in your head. And, you know, with everything that's going on, so they're talking about not listening, you know, to everything that's going on out there. And this is about you being in your own space and making your own mind up. So the Five of Swords, accepting limits of both victory and defeat. I feel that's like within you, there's some sort of balance there, like you figure it out. And it's like, and you're like, looking back at, you know, how you were thinking and how you were being, responding. It's kind of like, yeah, I get it now, because you've gone into the set. Oh, these ones tipped out, come out. So, okay, because the Sun has come out. Like there's that glimmer of hope, like that's optimism. Something happens where something shifts and you're moving into this more joyful, optimistic, you know, like you move something, yeah, like something happens, somebody says something, you see something, you read something, or you meet somebody, or like if there's something that happens where there's a shift out of that, and it's like, yay, I finally figured out what that is, okay, for you. And because moving with the Sun, it's like there's a sense of, you know, joy and optimism and clarity of vision with that shift that you're going through, that comes to an end. But there's like another side of you that, you know, like maybe you may have been sitting on the fence with something, and you've got this proof, or this in the sense of progression with something, and that's what it's like. Oh, I've just got to keep going with that feeling, which actually helps with this energy. This new moon energy is helping you to like figure that out and move forward. It's so forward into, or move with the flow, okay? And it's like interesting here because there's a transformation. The Death card comes through, and change. There's, you know, the Death card, there is some change that's happening within you, but also in that you're creating without of you, because this is like with, you know, like with the swords, the Five of Swords, something, accepting it, and that there's something that help you figure it out, that actually, no, that's not mine. Or you come to the conclusion where you allow yourself to not get caught up in somebody else's, the general, media or public, something that, other people that are around you, that, have a different way of thinking or being than what you do about everything that's going on in the world at the moment. Okay, so there's something moving in there, because, and these two cards coming out one after the other. So you've got three, major arcana cards. So it's like there's something that is definitely moving and shifting. Okay. It's like they've come out to make you realize, if you haven't got there yet, that they are there. Because then you have the moon, the moon is here as well. So fluctuation and confusion is what the moon does bring with with its energy, how it influences our energy and that sort of thing. So they're talking about, making, because I'm feeling like the moon can, with its influence, it can, if we're not, it can influence our energy. Well, it does influence our energy and our moods and things like that. So I feel like there's something coming to an end with the way that how you see that. There's more of a recognition of looking within you, what the energy or the universal energy is, what the moon energy brings out in us. So, but even in your own energy around you as well, and how you respond to things, there's a shift in that. The moon in you, or the sun in you, or the death in you. There's something really beautiful happening there, where you're having this transformation and understanding and feeling how you affect others by your moods and behaviors, but also how others affect you in their moods and behaviors as well. So there's a beautiful learning there for you. Inner strength, 9 of Wands has come through with that to back it up, that you've had a lot of, you've gone through a lot for some of you, and trying to figure out with relationships how that works, and how you work. And then you may be realizing that actually, your part in it has been bigger than what you think or thought. So there's a review in that. So, but it's taken you a lot of inner strength for you to get over yourself, or get through this, get over whatever somebody else is, your part and their part. So there's definitely something there. So you've been through, and you may still go through, or be through, even with this new period of this new moon phase, a time of recuperation and convalescence. So that's here right now. So even though the new moon might bring that through for you to take some time, even though, to recuperate and convalesce, it doesn't always mean like we have to be gung-ho and doing things. Everybody's going through their own cycle period, or their own energy field and period of what is going, and how their body and their energy needs to work with it. So it's like, even though there's all this energy there, it doesn't mean to say it's like, or it's like where you're going into something like a new job, or it's not just about that. There's a new way of thinking, a new way of being, or a new way of, and in the sense of acceptance, that could be something that is something new for you about the situation or situations, or about where you are in your life, about what is working for you and what is not working for you, about this partnership, whether it be a friendship or a romantic relationship, in a marriage or whatever. And it may be that, the newness may be like you're moving out of one instead of, and others for you be maybe moving into one. So that's maybe what all this process is about for some of yous. And it could be even like partnerships in with business, or friendships even, or partnerships in working within the community. You maybe belong to a community group, or a group where you have been, a part of or organized, that you may be stepping away because it's not you anymore. That's for somebody else. So they're talking about somebody, like you may be stepping away from a trust role, or as a trustee, or maybe from a maybe from a lead role. You may be moving out of from a lead role, or I was going to say a principal role, into more of a trust role, or something like that. Where are they going with it? I could see this word, but I just can't, it's not coming to me. there's shifts in those sorts of ways. So it's just keeping an open mind about what they're meaning by that. So if you're not quite getting it, but there's definitely a lot of movement, and the seeing the joy and the optimism come through to help push you through, to move you through this transformation and change, because it's a beautiful when we start to shift our energy, our way of thinking, and how it can change our way of being, but also into the moon energy. Oh, so we have the Justice card. So for some of you, there may be something to do with the justice system, but I feel like it's or a justice system within you, or with something that's happening around you. It's a balance. The Justice card brings through, a balance, keeping a balanced mind. And found through the logical side as well, and bringing in the logical side. That's what they're talking about there. So there's something about you maybe like doing that for yourself and seeking justice, or seeking with, something personal to you, but, as you're weighing up things for you, in that sense. And then there's the Ace of Wands. So there's something about, this justice, this may be something new to you. With this outburst of creativity with the Ace of Wands, and how you maneuver or make changes as you're going through, some difficulties of becoming freeing yourself, okay, from whatever difficulties there are, because it's like you can get out of it. You can find a way to get out of it, because this, there's a blindfold there. She's got her blindfold, so maybe you're not seeing, you're not seeing how you can figure it, you're not seeing it. Actually, how you can get yourself out of the situation. And maybe there is no situation. Does that make sense? Maybe for some of you it will. That you've got yourself entwined in, and it's in their mind. And maybe that you're not communicating. You're wanting to say something, but you're not communicating your ideas, and you're maybe not feeling like you've been heard. So there's something about that this, maybe seeing things in a different way, or begin to, with this new energy this week. And maybe some of you, you may be going through that now, and it's like, oh, yay, it's finally clicking. I see it. Okay. And having that sense of freedom, it's just like weighing things up. Cool. Because that's what, but, there's you. You've got, you're very clever, you're very creative, and that sort of thing. It's like, with the Ace of Wands, something new within you is coming out, and it's like, I feel like you're allowing yourself to do it. You're letting yourself out. See, and then the cooperation and sharing and balance with the Temperance card, that's coming out. So it's maybe you are like starting to like open up and share what it is that you like through communication, what has been, what you've been thinking about, what's been bothering you, what is not been bothering you. And maybe some people have got the wrong end of the stick, but you haven't said anything. And so you've been stewing away for nothing. For F4, and it's like, oh, I wish I'd have said something now. So that's where they're going with it, like overthinking things as well. Because the Six of Swords is a move away from strife, is what they're looking for. And the Page of Swords is drawn to that, being drawn to that as well. The Two of Cups. There's some sort of friendship that you are building, but through that it allows you to open yourself up to when you get out of your head and start communicating, but in making some decisions as well, which was help you in asserting your power, in your energy, not power in like a dominant way, but you stepping into your power for yourself. 10 of Wands, that's you. Letting go of some, finally letting go of some oppressive burdens, like you're going to get rid of it. You're going to burn that shit, get rid of it. And then the Magician, with new beginnings and opportunities and talents is like come out too. So it's like, letting the magic, creating your magic, because you're pretty good at that when you let yourself do it. You know what I mean? Yep. Okay. So I'm just going to draw a card from the Energy Oracle Energy Sacred Earth Oracle deck. See what pops out for you. Okay, we'll take that one. or two. So revision. So there's something about revision. Maybe looking back at, you know, looking back from where you've come from to where you are, from where you've been to where you are now, to have a lot. And it's like, actually, you know what, you may be like thinking, well, I haven't done much, I haven't done this, and I haven't, you know, I should have done this, should have. So there may be something that actually, you know what, you've done all right. Just, you know, get over yourself. You know, shut that frick up. You know, stop putting yourself down. Lift yourself up. Acknowledge what you've been, from whence you've come to where you are. And you know, you're not, and stop. Okay, because I'm hearing that this is about you judging yourself or scaling yourself, comparing yourself to, you know, somebody else or others out there. Your journey is your journey, and yes, it's nice to like see what other people have done and how they've done it and whatnot, and acknowledging what they've done. But you are no different. They're saying you've done a lot of work on yourself, within yourself, around yourself, you know, and everything like that. So reaction. So there is, and that's kind of like the reaction. Where we're going, that we're reaction. And so it's like there's being mindful about how you react or you act, take action, in the sense of reaction or respond to yourself and to others around you. It's like, because I feel like there's that sense of the giving, you know, of giving your power away, is like with some of what the energy, the guides are talking about now. Or your energy, Leo. Some of you maybe, you know, have given a lot of your power away or your energy away and not kept enough for yourself. So it's just been keeping you in mind, being aware of that, in that sense. It's like, but it's like sometimes like we have to say no. And so some people may react a little bit, oh, she said no, or he said no, they said no. And so they may get their heckles up, you know, but it's like, those are their heckles, just leave it alone. Don't get caught up in their bullshit. This is you communicating and speaking your mind and your peace. Perspective. So it's like bringing about another perspective, a new perspective on how you work and how you live, and then and how you think. Now there's heat, so that's you. So what I'm hearing is they're like, I'm being drawn to the back, but for me that's like the phoenix rising, and there's the kundalini energy as the fire rises in your back. So there's something, a clearing in the past for you. So that's where I'm feeling. So you may feel a little bit of heat in your back, you know, as I'm talking there and like looking at that card and going into that energy. So, and seeing and visualizing that phoenix energy, like it's, you know, there, clearing the way for you, for the past they're talking about with whatever you're working with, at the moment. Okay, cool. Oh, it's nice. And actually I didn't feel a warmth, but then I'm not a Leo, but I do usually feel it, but it's more of a coolness. So maybe it might come feel as in a coolness, that's the feeling afterwards, after the heat. Who knows? Be interesting to see how you each, you know, feel about, get from that one. Cool. Awesome. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Your guides, I say our, sorry, it's like, I say our because when I do each sign, I kind of like hop in, their energy is with me. So with me being an empath, I feel into it, so that's where my strongest sense is, and so I end up talking or feeling like though I am that side, but I'm actually a Gemini. So, and it's Leo is not in one of my signs that I'm linked to as well on my chart. But anyway, that's how it works for me. So I speak as though I am a Leo when I'm doing your sign, as with all the other signs as well. That's why I say we sometimes. Cool. Anyway, this seems like this real beautiful, amazing sense of relief in a way. So when you're moving through, and so you may feel like that today, tomorrow, you might have already even gone through that. So beautiful. I'm just being drawn to the magician in you. Okay. Awesome. Cool bananas. Anyway, lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, adventure, prosperity, and abundance. Is what my amazing spiritual team leave you with. and the amazing other guides that are working with me, the Zions, and my other worldly energy beings. Okay. Anyway, bye for now. We'll see you next Tuesday.